Hey everybody, Josh Denbeaux, consumer rights attorney. So who am I? I've had a couple of people who've seen my videos kind of ask me that basic question. So who am I? I am a guy. I love my wife and my kids. I live in New Jersey, born and raised in New Jersey. I have fought for civil rights my whole life and consumer rights my whole life. Before a law degree, after a law degree. My father was involved in the civil rights movement. He marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge with John Lewis and Martin Luther King back in 1965. My grandfather volunteered for World War II. He didn't have to go, but he was a member of the clergy, and they knew something was going on before the rest of the population did, and he left when my grandmother was pregnant with their first child, who was my father. After he came home, he was involved in the civil rights movement as well. My father ended up working for legal services in the South Bronx and ended up running one of the offices there before he started teaching law at the Seton Hall Law School. And together, he and I have been representing Guantanamo prisoners since 2005. And it's an interesting life we've got going. I practiced law with my mother, Marcia Denbeaux, for almost 20 years. She died in 2016. And anybody who's been through that, that's a real kick in the pants. That's the worst. And I took about a year off to recover and back in the saddle, back fighting for consumers and people. And who am I? I'm a guy who cares. I'm a warrior. I love the law. I love litigating. I love making differences in people's lives, making people's lives better, using the law, and I love judo. I know that picture's backwards because I'm holding this myself, but still, that's part of who I am. So if anybody is wondering who I am, that's it. That's who I am. That's what you see is what you get. One of my friends told me, you look a little bit like Crazy Eddie when you're yelling about suing banks. And I laughed, but I felt a little funny. Anybody who's from New Jersey of a certain age is going to know what we're talking about here. And so I wanted to put something out there as who I was so you knew. All right, I'll have more substantive videos coming up shortly, but this is who I am.